You can bully, but not the child. I didn't say I was going to bully a child. Like, I don't even mind Rose as a character. This is a dumb thing, right? I just don't think they needed to put that love arc in there. Like, I think Finn just, the idea of Finn running away from... Look, you back before going to rant about this. Okay, fuck it. Luke can catch up. Where's the Spetty Sport and Hutter? Finn's a great character. Leave him as a dessert. Don't make him a horny teen who's separate. No, exactly. But I think if they like, I really would have liked to see him leave the Resistance and then come back, but not because like he had to, just because he was like, you know what, like, I really need to help my friends. Like, I shouldn't have done my friends like that. Because, or like, I don't know, like, maybe he was the one to find Luke or something like that. Like, say they didn't find Luke, right? Hypothetically, Rey did not find Luke at the end of The Force Awakens, right? And Luke is still missing. And they could have done a much darker path. Yeah, but it's Disney. They definitely 100% weren't ever going to do that. But say Rey didn't find Luke, and so Finn, Finn abandons the like Resistance because he doesn't want to be a soldier anymore, and you know what, like he's fed up of killing people, and he just wants to live by himself, like as like a peaceful farmer. Like, they could have done like flashbacks and then like just not flashbacks, but like he could go and try and find the family that he lost or something like that. They explain it like that, and in this process he stumbles on this dreary old man who he feels like a pull to, and they could do this, but like him just sort of like a slow pan towards this hooded man in like a bar or something. He's like, well, who the fuck is this guy? And it's Luke, and you know, and then Luke can be like, oh yeah, I can help you find this, and he could like impersonate like a bounty hunter or something. Like, oh yeah, I found your parents. And he's like, holy shit, how? And then they get in this idea, like, so then they get in the spaceship, right? So Luke's got some like beaten up like craft, like it's not the X-Wing, like the X-Wing's like, I don't know, dry docked or somewhere, or it's underwater on this Jedi planet because he's no longer a Jedi. And this is like Luke's sort of ability to come back into the fold, and so Luke's like, oh yeah, like I found your family. They're on like Teflon or wherever, just make up a planet. And they go to this new planet, Teflon, and they feel like a real disturbance in the Force. Like, both of them feel it, and it's Rey. And so this is where they could have done the bit where like Rey blows up the thing with like chewing, right? And they feel this overwhelming dark sense. Like, oh fuck, who the fuck is this? And then they have like the happy reunion of like Rey and this old man, and so they go back to the base, and Rey's just set on finding Luke. She's like, no, I've got to find Luke. Like, he's my BFF. He's gonna teach me the ways of the Force. And like Leia could just be there, like smirking. She'd be like, huh, you've already found him. It's like, what the fuck are you on about? And it'd be like, he's here, and it's just like, da, 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 da. But like at this point, we just know it. Like, we don't know it's Luke, and this is the bit where it gets revealed to everyone that it is Luke here. I'm cutting this, and this is gonna be like part of my like thing. So like so like Princess Leia is just like smirking because she realizes that her brother's re-entered the picture. And Rey's like, no, I've got to find Luke. And Rey's like, oh, well, search your feelings, you might find him. She goes, Luke's here? On this planet? And then Leia's like, nah, no, he's a bit closer than the planet. And then Luke just takes off the hood, and that's the first time we see Luke, and it's like, holy fuck, right? And it's not that fat. Like, I don't even care if Luke was fat, but we see like this war hero Luke, like proper badass, like fuck it, and like the robot hand, like proper robot and everything, right? And we see the lightsaber. Like maybe that's how we start off, like just a little shot of like the cloak coming back, like and we just see the lightsaber hilt just dangling, and we're like, oh, no way! And it's like a little bit, boom. I've just fixed Star Wars. But like, and then like and then like Rey starts her training under Luke, and this just fixes the fact that she's not Mary Sue. And then like they could be like, oh yeah, mate, I'm moist. You know what? I've just come up with this idea on the back, and this is 100% being cut out my stream to like post because it is sexy. Right, you should know still someone's like them. Oh yeah, we said good, like, but like they could make it like if they did it that way, or like I don't know, like they could have like I'm a big fan of Starkiller, yeah. Like I like the idea of Vader having a secret apprentice, right? To you know, to overthrow Palpatine and like fuck him up, right? And I like the idea that it was Obi-Wan's. So I know you don't watch the Clone Wars, but in the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan has a love interest when he was a Padawan, who is the Queen of Mandalore, so the Queen of the Mandalorians. And like, you know, Obi-Wan could have got her pregnant or at a young age, and then the kid got ill, and then they froze it in carbonite to try and find like a cure for this illness. And they could have wired it. Oh mate, I'm 100%. I like this idea. And then like years later, when like Mandalore is destroyed by the Empire, Vader is just going through the old chronicles, and he finds out that Obi-Wan, his worst enemy, has had a daughter. And he's like, the fuck? Obi-Wan had a daughter? And then this builds up the rage, because obviously, like, you're not supposed to have children in the Jedi, and then Obi-Wan, his master, has ended up having has had a child with this known traitor to his empire. And so then he unfalls her from this carbon, and whatever illness she's had is now like curable by like medicine. And Vader's like, I have felt you strong. And like, she's Vader's secret apprentice, but for whatever reason she goes back into carbonite. And then like it could be like Vader's like secret star destroyer or something. And Vader, like, the Star Destroyer, like, gets blown up on Jakku, and she wakes up from the carbonite on Jakku. What's the script not being constructed right now? Mate, I'm not actually half tempted. Just send this to Disney. So like she's like, yeah, so she's the product of Obi-Wan and Sabine. No, not Sabine. Whatever her name is. And then so she's, then you've got the reason why she's in the Force. Now you've got the reason why she's trained, you know, and then there's that connection because she's Vader's, and then this ties in with Kylo Ren as well. So she is the product of Obi-Wan Kenobi, one of the greatest Jedi in his generation. She's been trained by the Sith Lord, and that is why the lightsaber calls out to her. Because that's never really explained, like in the movies, why this lightsaber called out to her. It would call out to her because that is her master. That is her teacher. That is why she has the connection to it. And then it gives it another line of like plot of why Kylo hates the shit out of her for like no reason. Because she got to spend all this time with his granddad. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this and send it to Luke. Like, this is too good.
Oh no. No, 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 no.
I fucking hate this hat. Dun dun
I never
dun.
meant to betray Nemro, but no problem at all. Father is going to regret what he
But
did to
yeah,
me.
I think that's how the trilogy should have been based. And then like the Emperor returns. Like regardless, I think
Thousands of credits and it'll
the
be
Emperor
obvious on
returning is
American
just too
records.
good of a
Nemro
plotline
will
not
be
to
well
do.
pleased. Can I go?
And
I guess a deal's a deal. Move it.
Thank you.
And then-
thank you.
oh
I'll be
yeah,
gone
just
so fast.
so the Emperor returns, and he's like, "You don't know why you have this connection." I'll 100% do like the little Force like connection thing, because as weird as that was, fuck it, it's just another way to connect the characters, and we can have more like topless Kylo Ren. And it's like, "You don't know why you have this connection, do you?" And it's like, "I knew about you, Rey Kenobi." And that's when we have the real Rey Kenobi. You were the child of the Jedi Traitor. And it's like, and this is when we find out about Rey being Kenobi. It's like, holy fuck. Right. My former apprentice. My former apprentice, Darth Vader, found out about you and tried to hide you from me. But can't you see, child? This is your place. You're always meant to take the place of Vader at my side as my apprentice. Right? And he's still like hooked up to the machine and everything. And then she gets tempted because, you know, why not? Because she can be a psycho crazy bitch, and who doesn't like a psycho crazy bitch? And then like, you know, and then like Kylo can be like, "No, this is wrong!" Like try to swing for the Emperor. Yeah. And then Snoke, I don't know how Snoke fits into this. I like Snoke, but fuck it, Snoke can stay the same. Like, just be an Emperor puppet. I don't know. I think I may need to take a script writing course and just like pitch it to Disney. Like, "Hi guys, so I fixed the last trilogy single-handedly, and I've done it in a way which combines Legends and not pissed everyone else off. And this could be like, because the biggest problem was that the Disney now owe me millions. I probably owe them millions because they're probably filing a lawsuit at this moment in time. But like, the problem is that I had with the trilogy, me personally, was that it underplays the whole point of the Skywalker name. So Anakin was always the chosen one, and his son was the one that brought him back to the light. And so Anakin, as in the body of Darth Vader, destroyed the Sith. So he turned back from the light and threw the Emperor down that big shaft, and, you know, right? And so I kind of understand like the whole point of Essence Transfer. Like it could have destroyed the Emperor and not really known. Like, this is sort of the plot of this game's later game as well. Like, the Emperor's just sort of still kicking it around. Where's this quest? Oh, up here. Sick. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, it took the importance of Anakin's sacrifice and Luke's sheer belief that there was still good in his father, and it just makes that sacrifice and the whole family element just completely wasted. And I don't understand why Disney, who has such a media empire based on family and feel good, needed to ruin that by I guess, being woke. Like, I don't have a problem with being woke, but I don't give a shit about what sexuality somebody is. Like, if it enhances the story, that's what I care about.